This is Donnie Lewis, rat rods, 2 lanes, and neon. And today I'm retorquing my head studs. You got to retorque them after some heat cycles. A lot of guys say 1 heat cycle. I don't think that's enough. Break-in of an engine, in my experience, I mean, I'm only 51, so I haven't had that much. But in my life, my experience with engine building is assembly and break-in procedure is more important than parts. This motor's got a cast bottom end. Ain't gonna bother me a bit to either spray 200 on it or run 10 pounds of boost because of the assembly. A friend of mine's got one with a cast bottom end. For 4 years, he's been running 220 horse with a nitrous on it. It was assembly and break-in. So that's my opinion. So I'm not no big-time engine builder. I get by. I don't have problems like everybody else. But this is the backup motor. The turbo's right here. It's going on it. And I've got some plumbing I got to change and get the different exhaust here. But I've retorqued my head studs. Just put the rocker arms back on. And this stud girdle, I got to tighten her up. But it's very important. I like to at least have 3 heat cycles. When I say heat cycles, I mean start it, let it run. If it's a new motor, it's going to have to run for 20 minutes. If it's a flat tappet cam, you know, it's going to have to run and get up to temperature, 160, 180, or 200, whatever. And stay there for at least 3 to 4 minutes to get a lot of good heat soak in here where your head deck, block decks are. Get that gasket where it's going to move. And this needs to be done at least 3 times. Let it sit overnight and cool off. Let everything expand and contract. Expand and contract. Let everything get seated where it's happy. You know, it's shaking around a little bit. Everything's brand new. So that's how I do it. And as far as heat cycles, this little motor, if you follow me, you know, I come out here and fire it up, just let it sit here and idle, and just listen to it. It's probably got 30 to 35 heat cycles. But it's not under any pressure. I'm not going to blow a head gasket. Before someone says, well, if you didn't retorque them before now, you're going to blow a head gasket. No, because it's not under load or stress. It's not in the car. So, retorque your heads, especially if they're studded. And I do copper every head gasket. I don't care what the manufacturer says. I've done it for years. My machinist says he coppers every head gasket. Does not care what his manufacturer says. My machinist is like 71, 72, done his whole life. So, retorque them. Go through your heat cycles. Let it cool off overnight. Let it come all the way down and come back up at least about 3 times. I'm not in no hurry to do this one. I don't need it. I didn't scatter the other one. As you've seen in the other videos, I just broke a valve spring, dropped it, and it shut off. So that's what I like to do. And something else I like, and I'm big on this stuff, when you got studs, sometimes they weep and guys complain. This stuff is called seal up. Local machine shops have it. Seal up. I got a new one here somewhere. If I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Here's my new bottle. It kind of looks like sand in a glass. It's called Seal Up. It does not clog up your radiator or your heater hoses or your heater core. Seal Up. But it makes your studs not weep. And so I have a street car, obviously. I drive it all over the country. Heater core is in it. No problem. This stuff does not set up unless air hits it. I actually had a fitting break in my daily driver. And because it's a Volkswagen, the part was like stupid expensive. So I poured some of that in it, and the little elbow sealed up. I haven't touched it in almost a year, so the stuff works. Seal up for your studs. But my tip today was retorquing the heads. Give them at least 3 complete heat cycles, up to temperature. Let it set for 3 to 4 minutes at temperature idling. Let them cool overnight and do it at least 3 times. I just don't think once is enough. That's how I do it. So that's my tech tip from the old Lewis Performance Shop. So until next time, this is Donnie Lewis for Rat Rods, 2 Lanes, and Neon. Remember, drive them.